Hey guys, welcome back to the shack, and today we got something a little different for you. Okay, I know this isn't what you were probably expecting, but I am a big fan of the old and eclectic, and I just had a project that I really wanted some help with, and so here I am.
All right, guys, so yeah, I started to just throw Abby to the wolves and leave her with you guys. But unfortunately for her first debut, guys, give her a comment down below and let her know what you think. But yes, she's been asking me, I help her with a lot of different projects from time to time, but she asked me to help her with this one, guys, and then she asked me what she owed me, and so I'm collecting on the debt now. So how is it so far?
Definitely better than an actual bill.
Okay, so she says she has more time than money. So tell us the story about this piece and what exactly is it? Because all I knew it was a stool, and I was corrected and told that it was a very specific type of stool. And we've got it taken apart because she's been kind of trying to refinish it and get it looking a little better. So what's the deal with the stool? Where did we get it? What is it? All the good stuff. Give us the deets.
So at my local antique store, usually they just have the run-of-the-mill stuff. And
Is this Rustic Relics or?
This is Rustic Relics.
Okay. Because some of my folks know them.
Yeah, they're great. I love Rustic Relics.
Okay.
Usually they just have the stuff I see all the time, and technically I guess this is common, but not to me.
Yeah.
They had a piano stool with some very, very beautiful glass ball feet that I've never seen before.
You can show them the feet too.
And
It's got all the hardware. You're gonna have to get a little closer, babe. It also has the original cast iron adjustment. This is the adjustable seat where it screws up and down. We had to take it out. We didn't do anything to it, but just she wiped it down and cleaned it. I think you may have. Did you clean it with some? Just basically cleaner, basically. You didn't sand it or anything, did you?
no, that was all there already.
Yeah. So clean this up. It also, guys, just so we get it all there, it has this little insert. Now the screws had gotten lost, so we had to replace it with some modern screws, and the holes were stripped out. So we had to mix up a little epoxy and sawdust and make our own little wood filler that we knew would hold enough to reinsert this. And we've got that put back together. We just got that drilled and everything. And of course, this little job under the bottom here. So, all right, so what were we working on today? You can go ahead and finish your story. I just had to make sure everybody saw that. Oh, and it has the seat too. This is the seat with the little contour. And this piece was actually really good. We didn't have to glue this or nothing, did we?
No.
So we're good on that piece. So, finish your story. Sorry.
The story just goes, I saw it, I bought it, and I brought it here, and it was broken, so I just brought it to you. Now, granted, it has been sitting on my floor for about a couple months in pieces, but other than that, it's just been quick work of just putting this thing back together.
Yeah, we took it apart a couple of months ago. And then she went and cleaned some of it and just cleaned it lightly, trying to get the gunk off of it, but we didn't want to disturb the finish. And she is going to touch it up. And we're trying to go all old school with this thing, guys. The problem that we had tonight that we had to fix, and Abby at first was like, I really don't want to mess up, it's an old piece. Like, when did you say this was made?
Late 19th century. It's technically a Charles Parker or Barker? Parker.
Charles Parker Company?
Yeah.
And it was made, you said, in 19th century?
About 19th century.
Okay, so it's really old. The problem that we had, guys, is that this piece here, it's made out of two separate layers. It has this really thin layer up here, and then it has this thicker layer in the back. I don't know if you can tell where that goes together or not. But over the years, and probably some kids, y'all know how that is, it had gotten broken. And this top piece, literally the only thing, like you can see right here where it was starting to crease a little bit, we actually took and pulled it open and tried to glue it and work the glue into the crack and everything best we could the other day. But then when we got to put it together today, it just a real nice pull on it and it snapped loose. And so Abby wanted to fix it without having to reproduce. I told her I could, with the CNC, I could reproduce this top and make it look very similar, but she didn't want to do that. So what we decided to do is we decided that we were going to use an old method, which is, typically butterfly keys or, whatever, is what's, the older folks would use back in the day. Of course, they do it with chisels and hand saws and all that. But I told her we have a CNC, and with a CNC, we use dog bones. And so we made some dog bones, and I got some video of that we'll share, and I'll show you the process. And we put some dog bones in there, and basically we got it to where I tried to pull it apart, and it doesn't move, so it's secure. And we did as minimal invasive operation as we could to try to salvage it and save this thing so she can use it and keep it. And now we got this cool story behind it. So, and we're going to share it with you guys. So there you go. 2 dog bones in there fixing that crack. And these dog bones go 14 millimeters deep. Yeah, 14 millimeters deep. And I made the dog bones out of white oak that I had laying around. So this is mostly a decorative piece now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is functional, but we're not going to be functioning with it a whole lot, just in case.
Piano.
So, but yeah. So what do you think? Is it a decent save?
I am glad we didn't replace the whole piece. I think that the dog bones were a really good idea. Admittedly, I did have my doubts. But
You were nervous, weren't you?
I was very nervous. I did not want you to have to replace every piece. I don't think it would be the same.
Yeah. And you really can't even see the dog bones from here.
No, and I think it just adds to the character.
Yep. And there's a story behind it now where it almost broke apart.
Mm-hmm.
And we saved it.
Wow.
So, but she has the shellac, and just to be with the times, she's going to be using some shellac and refinishing it, and then she's going to finish putting everything back together, guys. But yeah, I've got some footage. I'm going to walk you through that footage and everything, and we'll let Abby get out of here. But since we've somewhat collected our debt with the video making, so feel free to drop a comment down below, guys, and let me know. Do you want to see more Abby in the videos? Should we bring her along? Y'all seen her in the B videos, hiding in the corners. But should I get her in the shop more? Take a poll, put your vote down below, and let me know. And we even could have her over on the other channel too, because she does like gardening and herbs and stuff. So let us know, guys. You want to tell them bye? What do you want to say?
I don't know. What's your outro?
All right, guys. All right, let's walk through the CNC job, and I'll explain to you how we did it, and we'll go from there.
Bye.
All right, guys, so of course the first part was to go into Vectric. I created this little file, these dog bones. Hindsight, my dog bones weren't exactly symmetrical, so before the next project, I think I'm going to redo that. But they worked out pretty well for this one. Once I got the dog bones cut, then I took that same cut and created a pocket on the stool and was able to, get it to where my dog bones would fit in there, kind of like an inlay. Even though, they're not exactly symmetrical, they worked. You just had to make sure you oriented them right. So next time we're going to do a little better job on that. But wound up putting 2 dog bones in there, and you can see where it's cracked at. Basically where it looks like it was put together at. And so once we got the pockets made, got both the dog bones, painted them up good with glue, glued the crack, and kind of beat them in there with that rubber mallet, kind of bumped them down to get them all the way. Put it back over on the CNC to flatten those guys out. We were trying not to damage the finish on the back of this. Abby was really adamant that we not scuff the back if we could help it, because she wanted to leave it as original as possible. So we just walked those guys down. I did one pass and took them down to about 2.5 millimeters above the surface of the wood. And then we kind of evaluated it and looked at it and decided to go down a little more to get down to within, a millimeter or so of the surface, and then just leave them that way, because she didn't want to take a chance on sanding or doing anything to the seat to cause the back finish to need to be redone. And so, yes, guys, I'm aware that these things are going to be a little proud, in the hole there. But we did that on purpose. She was a little nervous right here because she did not know how accurate the Shipoko was. And I was a little nervous because I wasn't sure how flat that 200-year-old piece of wood was, but it looked like it was working out pretty good. So we set that up and ran that to get those things down as close as I felt comfortable and she felt comfortable with. They're under the bottom of the seat. They're not going to be visible. They're not going to be seen. I just basically wanted to get them down as close to the surface as I could, but at the same time, not wanting to damage this piece after we had worked so hard to try to keep our fix to it minimally invasive. And we got the tolerances down pretty good, guys, without putting a scratch on it with the CNC. She was happy, and I was proud of my Shipoko. So we were both happy about it. So I think it turned out nice. All right, guys. So I don't bring you guys along a lot of times because, you know, Abby and the kids and the wife don't always want to be on camera. But I thought this was a pretty cool little project. I thought you guys might like it. So let me know what you think, guys, and maybe there'll be more in the future. But yeah, enjoy time with, you know, anytime the family's in here working and helping. It's awesome, especially with Abby and this antique furniture. Like I said, I really wanted to try to fix it for old school, but of course I'm not patient enough. I'm not skilled enough with a chisel. And so, you know, I told her, I said, we can use the old approach of fixing it, but with a modern twist in the form of a CNC. And guys, before you ask, that was a 1/8 inch Jenny bit, the little mini Jenny down cut. It did a great job. Not a lot of sanding, not a lot of touch up needed. Abby didn't, like I said, we didn't want to touch any more of the wood than we had to. And mission accomplished. It worked out good. She's happy. Everybody's happy. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and share if you want to see more. So until next time, guys, be safe and have a good day.